this hour, flashes of which are already on your screens. The Delhi University Vice Chancellor Dinesh Singh has resigned, and this is extremely important because he is the person who dug his heels in and refused to agree to the UGC's command to make this undergraduate course at Delhi University a 3-year one, and essentially revert to the old formula of a 3-year undergraduate course. Remember, there were protests across the national capital. There were various groups for and against this move. We understand that this was a promise made by the BJP in its manifesto in the run-up to these general elections, that it'll come, and when it comes to power, the BJP is going to revert to the 3-year format. Shubhajit Sengupta is joining us for more on this big news. Shubhajit, why did the Vice Chancellor of Delhi University resign?
It's a confirmation which is coming in from my colleague Meenakshi, and if as per this, what we know at this point of time, that the VC has resigned. See, what has happened was it has come to a point of confrontation wherein there was no option but for him to take this step, because there is a direct confrontation between the UGC by questioning them and writing a letter directly to the college principals, have made it very clear that this is that his leadership is being questioned, that his entire format of going for an FIUP is being questioned, and the entire setup that he was trying to bring about is being questioned. So on the basis of that, it seems that he has taken this decision, because remember, there was only 2 ways about it. He didn't send that compliance report to the UGC. Since he didn't send the compliance report to the UGC, the option in front of him was either to take the wrath of the UGC and go by any kind of action that UGC takes, or resign by himself. So at this point of time, it seems that he has resigned.
All right, Shubhajit, stay on with us. Joining us also from Delhi University, CNN-IBN's Meenakshi Upreti. Meenakshi, a confirmation of this news, and any reason given as to why the Vice Chancellor finally decided to resign?
Delhi University that the Vice Chancellor has resigned. In fact, right now I am at a place which was initially a protest site. You can see NSQI, ABVP, left workers, all of them, student wings were together. They were here to protest. But the moment the news that the VC has resigned broke, they are very jubilant with it. They are shouting, slogans. They're very happy with this. They're very happy with the VC resigning. But right now we have a confirmation. What we do know from Delhi University is that the VC has resigned. This is because the FIUP course was on its way out. Almost all the ways had been tried out. We know very clearly the VC had sought to keep the FIUP tooth and nail. But at the same time, UGC had put its foot down and had asked Delhi University to get rid of the 4-year course. The Vice Chancellor didn't really have too many options. One option was going to court. There was a group of professors who were pro-FIUP who had gone to the court, but the Supreme Court had dismissed the petition, asked them to go to the High Court. So clearly in front of the VC there wasn't any option. This resignation more or less comes as a face saver, as this is very clear now that FIUP is on its way out.
Meenakshi, why had the Vice Chancellor dug his heels in? Why had it become such a big issue for him that this course, which was introduced only last year, could not be changed now back to the old format?
Well, yes, Ananya, it was a huge issue for him because at the end of the day, this 4-year course is his brainchild. He was the one who conceptualized the 4-year course. He was the one who pushed for this 4-year course. This 4-year course was, as he always called it, his dream. He had got the earlier government's backing, but this government was very clear. They wanted to get rid of the 4-year course. Even the UGC, well, we have to understand, even though many professors and the VC were talking about the autonomy of the university, end of the day, Delhi University comes under the center. The UGC gives it grant, the UGC gives it recognition. So clearly, the VC had no option. The 4-year course had to go, and that is why the VC had to resign. If my camera person could just show you on the other side, here there are some professors also. They're all tutor professors. They are also coming here to join the ABVP left and other groups who are protesting here. Basically, it was again a protest which has turned into a jubilation, a complete change of scene here.
Right.
The second the news came,
Meenakshi, do hold on to your thoughts for a moment. We are joined by the DUTA's President Nandita Narayan on the phone line with us now. How do you react, ma'am, to the news that's coming in that the Vice Chancellor has decided to resign?
Nandita Narayan on the phone line with us now. How do you react, ma'am, to the news that's coming in that the Vice Chancellor has decided to resign? Well, I think it was about time. He had no choice because he was openly defying the central government on a matter in which the central government has the power to take decisions. It was absolutely unprecedented. The way in which he held the whole university to ransom, the way in which he held the students' future to ransom. Really, the university has been destroyed, literally sort of sought to be destroyed by him. And it is a great day of freedom for Delhi University. And now we might be able to hop back to normalcy. Action should be taken against him for all the things that he did, and which should now there should be a full-fledged inquiry. He cannot get away by just resigning.
Ma'am, are you confident? Are you confident Delhi University can now go back to the 3-year format for undergraduate courses?
Well, that it has to in any case, because the UGC had made it very clear. But now at least the sense of the democratic functioning, the sense of freedom and space to discuss things and to fearlessly function in this university, that can be restored. And that will take some time because there was a reign of terror for the last 4 years. And after this, all the other changes that were brought because of a particular, it was not only Dinesh Singh, there was Kapil Sibal, there was this, the whole regime that was there. The Congress party had put his weight behind him and given him a Padma Shri. He should be made to return that Padma Shri. It is absolutely disgraceful. All right. And we have to now look at the policies under which Dinesh Singh was acting. This 4-year thing was part of a program in which first the semester system came in, and then the 4-year program, and then foreign universities. All these things were on the agenda of
all right. So you basically welcome the move of the Vice Chancellor's resignation. You feel Delhi University can go back to normal.
Absolutely. It was about time.
Thanks very much for speaking to CNN-IBN and sharing your point of view. But let's bring in the former president of Delhi University Teachers Association, Aditya Narayan, is with CNN-IBN. Sahil Menghani. Sahil, over to you.
I have with me Aditya Narayan Mishra, who just short while back approached the Supreme Court in defense of the university's autonomy. Sir, the latest that we are getting is that the Delhi University's VCs has finally resigned. What's your first reaction on that?
See, this is very unfortunate because somebody who has been defending the university's autonomy for academic council and executive council decisions, and the Ministry of HRD and UGC in the past have also done the same thing. But today they have changed their colors, they changed their tones. But is it the virtue of an institution to change its policies with the change of the color and the dispensation? Our fight will continue further in defense of the university's autonomy. This is the beginning of the fall of a good and performing university.
Now that your head has resigned, what's your future course of action is going to be?
See, our fight is independent of the Vice Chancellor and their positions.
Right.
Our fight is basically and primarily in defense of the university's autonomy, and we will keep fighting for it.
What do you think made the Vice Chancellor put in his papers? What do you think forced him?
When a situation has arisen where all the decisions that have been taken, and the bodies like UGC and MHRD, which previously used to say in all these documents that these are all correct and in the proper direction, and every procedure has been followed, if today they change their position, what a normal person can do.
Right. So Ananya, former president, clearly telling us that it's an unfortunate decision. It's a decision which has a hint of politics in it, but they are saying they are going to go ahead with their fight and continue with the protest, irrespective of who their boss is going to be, whether the VC has resigned or whatever happens, they are going to continue with their protest.
All right, Sahil, thanks very much, and thanks also to Aditya Narayan Mishra for speaking to CNN-IBN. But let's go straight across to Delhi University. Meenakshi, I believe you're getting us more voices and reactions from the campus now.
Yes, one question, sir. The VC has resigned. What do you think made him resign? What do you think made the VC resign today?
देखिए, इस वाइस चांसलर जिसका नाम अब वो वाइस चांसलर भी नहीं है। दिनेश सिंह ने जिस तरह से 4 साल से दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय की स्वायत्तता को बर्बाद किया था, यहाँ के शिक्षक, कर्मचारी और विद्यार्थियों के साथ जिस तरह का सलूक किया था, FYUP लागू करते हुए जिस तरह की अनियमितताएं की थी, UGC से जो अप्रूवल लेना उसकी जिम्मेदारी थी 6 महीने पहले कोर्सेज शुरू करने से 6 महीने पहले, वो न लेकर के विजिटर से कोई अप्रूवल नहीं है।
Now that the VC is gone, do you think that the 4-year course should go also?
4 ईयर कोर्स जाना ही था, ये इसकी नियति थी, ये इसका भाग्य था। और मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, अगर इस तरह से आने वाले किसी वाइस चांसलर ने भी अनियमितताएं की, स्वायत्तता का सवाल, हम लोग हमेशा स्वायत्तता की लड़ाई लड़ते रहे, हमें बहुत प्यारी है स्वायत्तता, लेकिन इस दिनेश सिंह ने शिक्षकों की स्वायत्तता, फैकल्टीज की स्वायत्तता, कोर्सेज कमेटी की स्वायत्तता, सबको ताक पर रख दिया था और सीधे सीधे एकेडमिक काउंसिल और एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल में भय का वातावरण बना करके इसको जिस तरह पास कराया था, उसको उसने आज अवैध स्वीकार किया है और रिजाइन उसे करना पड़ा है। मैं आपके माध्यम से अध्यापकों, शिक्षकों और कर्मचारियों को बहुत बधाई देता हूँ।
Utah had been protesting against Mr. Dinesh Singh. Many groups like yours, like ISAC, also been asking for the VC's resignation. But end of the day, the core issue is not the VC resigning. The core issue is how to, get admission for the students.
देखिए, ये जो पूरा स्थिति बना है वो दरअसल वीसी के तानाशाही की वजह से बना है। इसलिए हम लोगों ने कहा था कि सबसे पहले वीसी को बर्खास्त किया जाए, वीसी रिजाइन करे, जिसकी वजह से आज पूरे दिल्ली में हजारों पेरेंट्स आ चुके हैं, बच्चे आ चुके हैं एडमिशन के लिए और वो भटक रहे हैं इधर उधर, उनको पता नहीं है उनका एडमिशन कब होगा, क्या होगा। इसलिए हम लोग तुरंत मांग कर रहे हैं कि एडमिशन प्रोसेस को तुरंत शुरू किया जाए और बच्चों का नामांकन कल से लिया जाए।
So you are also former president of Utah. Tell us today, okay, I know you all are jubilant, you are all celebrating that the VC is gone, but what about those students? There are so many students who are still suffering.
I think the exit of Dinesh Singh is going to bring relief to the students of this university. They have been illegally admitted in a wrong course, in an illegal course. Now all that is going to be rectified, and the present batch is also going to be saved by evolving a formula which the UGC committee actually had discussed yesterday.
Why do you think the VC had to resign in such a haphazard manner? Because till yesterday he was fighting for SYUP tooth and nail.
Yes, he has resigned because he has been treating this university as his fiefdom. He was not functioning democratically, and now the UGC has asserted its authority and its power and has asked him to follow the rules. So he has no alternative either to follow the rules or leave the university. But this man has been so stubborn and used to treating this university as his fiefdom that he has preferred to leave than follow the rules. You can understand and imagine the kind of mindset Mr. Dinesh Singh has in this university.
छात्र शिक्षक कर्मचारी एकता जिंदाबाद।
Jindabad.
Clearly, you can see, Ananya, almost spontaneous celebrations have broken out here. So, yeah, people are very excited and jubilant. But clearly, the issue still remains on what happens to those students who are aspirant and want to get admission in the Delhi University.
All right, Meenakshi, first things first, for those aspirants for Delhi University, can admission processes now go ahead? Meenakshi, if you can hear us, can the admission process now go ahead?
Yeah. Well, let me just take your question straight to the professors. Well, I can't see them. I guess they've gone to celebrate. But yes, as far as admission process is considered, there is bound to be a delay as far as admission process is concerned. But looks like as far as the SYUP, the 4-year undergraduate, is extremely controversial course is concerned, that is on its way out. As far as admission process is concerned, definitely admission process are likely to get delayed. But just look at what's happening here right now. If my camera person could just show you on the other side, spontaneous celebrations have broken out here. Students association, teachers association, basically DUTA, students wing, everyone has come out together, all for celebrating that the Vice Chancellor is out. But what we need to remember in between all this is that what happens to those students who have, who want to take admission in Delhi University this year, who are trying to get admission this year, and those who were already enrolled in the 4-year course. You asked me about admission. Admission process will resume in a week or two. It will be delayed, but clearly, as far as the 4-year course is concerned, looks like that is history.
But Meenakshi, we were getting voices from across the Delhi University campuses, and one of them was from the BTech student who said that their 4-year course should not be scrapped. Theirs is a different course. So is there a possibility that a case-by-case call can be taken?
Ananya, there is a possibility that a case-by-case call may be taken. As far as BTech students are concerned, we do know that the standing committee which was formed, which has gone to the UGC, has already said that they will try that the BTech course continues. That course is allowed to continue for 4 years. As far as other courses are concerned, other honors courses, looks like like they will be back to 3 years. I have Vijaya Venkataman with us. He's a member of the DUTA, very active in protesting against the VC. Now today the VC is gone. I know, I can see celebrations have broken out. But what about the students? If we talk about the BTech students, for example, you know, they are still at a loss. They don't know what's going to happen to them if the 4-year course goes.
They should feel reassured because the standing committee has decided that the BTech course, the students who have been admitted to the BTech course will get there. If they stay for 4 years, they will get their BTech degrees. So the students should not worry. The other fact of the matter remains is that whether this BTech course is equivalent to other BTech courses being run in the other parts of the country. But nevertheless, these BTech students will not be harmed. So I don't think it's an issue of the BTech students alone.
If you don't talk about the BTech students, tell me about what do you think is going to happen to the admission process in general? Admission process is deferred, but as far as this is concerned, do you think it's the end of the 4-year course?
I think it is the end of the 4-year course and we welcome it. It's the end of this regime of the Vice Chancellor who has been so oppressive, and I think that is why you see this mood here of teachers who are so happy. Teachers and students are happy because this Vice Chancellor has gone. And as far as admissions are concerned, I want to reassure parents that teachers will work overtime to ensure that students do not face any problems. And with the VC gone, because he was the one who was adamant and not accepting the UGC order, I think the UGC orders will come into force and the recommendations of the standing committee will be implemented.
And one more thing, okay, this is a standoff between the Vice Chancellor, the teachers, the DUTA and others, but do you think in this politics it's really the students who are suffering? Many students are still waiting. Admission process is deferred at the end of the day.
The problem is that the teachers and students who have been protesting did not start their protest now. The protest has been going on for a year and a half, and if the Vice Chancellor has taken such an adamant position, I think he is squarely responsible for this situation. So it is not the teachers and students who are doing any politics. It is healthy politics. We have placed the matters. We have given academic reasons as to why we are opposing the FYUP. We have not opposed it because we are against this man.
Ananya, we just heard it from the professors here. Yes, admission process is deferred. It will happen after a couple of days. But for the students, at least this logjam has ended. This sort of quarrel which is going on between the DU's autonomy and the UGC's power, that is over at least. Looks like the FYUP course is going to be scrapped. Many students are going to face a lot of inconvenience. Now the UGC standing committee, which has been formed to look into the smooth transition from 4-year to 3-year, will have to look into the matter and see how it can be done without harming students at all.
Meenakshi, we can barely hear you because I understand you're in the middle of those celebrations at the Delhi University campus. Possible for you to show us what's happening and what the students and supporters of the 3-year course have to say now?
Absolutely, Ananya. Now, I'll just ask my camera person to show you what is going on right now. Just look at the mood here. Spontaneous celebration broke out the second this news broke. In fact, you know, when the news broke, I was just about to start a live and all these students were asking for a VC resignation. The second I said that the VC has resigned, they started celebrating. Just look at that. You know, students have come together, some of them celebrating, even like a little victory dance going on. Let me just talk to some of the students who are here. Just tell me one thing, you're from ISA, I've been seeing you from the morning. You have been protesting from the morning, the VC is gone. What do you think it implies for the story?
अभी जो यूवीसी ने रिजाइन दिया है, आपके माध्यम से हमें पता चला, कंफर्म खबर है, तो हमारे आंदोलन की पहले दिन से आंदोलन की बड़ी जीत है। और FYUP के खिलाफ ही ने DU में तानाशाही जिस तरह की चलाई हुई थी, चाहे वो सेमेस्टर सिस्टम हो, चाहे DU के अंदर रिक्रूटमेंट ना करना हो, और अभी जो आंदोलन चल रहा है FYUP का, उस आंदोलन के बीच में सबसे बड़ा अड़ंगा वाइस चांसलर ने अड़ाया हुआ था। UGC के डायरेक्टिव को नहीं मान रहा था। अगर उसने रिजाइन किया है तो ये बड़ी जीत है। और दूसरा बात की उस इनलीगल कोर्स लाने वाले VC को सजा भी मिलनी चाहिए, हम डिमांड करते हैं।
It's a victory for your protest. Just tell me one thing. You know, you've also been here from the morning. Just tell me, what do you think is going to happen now? Do you think it's the end of 4-year course?
We think it's a big victory for the people who have been fighting in the 4-year course. As far as the future is concerned, we demand that an OSD be appointed immediately and admission be started immediately as soon as possible into a 3-year program as per the directive of the UGC.
Okay, but do you not think, okay, I know you're all very happy, jubilant that your demands have been met, the VC is gone. That was one of your main demands, but what about the students? So the admission process at the end of the day is deferred.
That's precisely what we're saying. We are saying it today. Why didn't the admission process happen today? What stopped the new administration from starting the admission process? So there was no directive to the UGC not to start it today. They themselves refused to start the admission process today. Hence, the delay in starting the admission process, it's the responsibility that also lies with the new Vice Chancellor. There's nothing that stopped them. That's what we're saying. The UGC has to take the responsibility now and immediately on the priority basis start admission process to the 3-year course.
Many pro-SYUP professors had gone to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court dismissed their petition. So do you think the VC finally had to resign because he had no option?
I think going to the Supreme Court was a very clever ploy by the Vice Chancellor and his cohort. We are very glad that the Supreme Court has dismissed the petition. It vindicates a stand that the university's autonomy is not above the law of the land and policies of the country.
Right. And we just heard it from the students here. Most of them obviously were against SYUP, so they're pretty happy with the VC going. Just look at the other side. Students are literally bursting crackers, celebrating, dancing. Some of them you can see that on the other side you're seeing is the Constitution building. That is where almost most of the Delhi University administration sits, and right at their doorstep we can see students are bursting crackers, you know, even going for a small victory dance. Just look at the mood here. Even DUTA professors have joined them now. So clearly, you know, at least people here are pretty jubilant with the VC going. But you know, amidst all this, we need to remember what happens to those students. Those students who had applied for the 4-year course this year, those students who were waiting for the cutoff list. And I've been saying, you know, from the beginning, the admission process has been deferred. End of the day, the haste with which this course was brought, it actually literally looks like it's going to go with the same haste. And amidst all this, you know, it's the students, many like who had gone for the BTech course, who had already have done 1 year in 4-year course, and many who are applying this year. They may have to suffer. Now, really, the ball is in the court of the UGC.
Meenakshi, do hold on to your thoughts for a moment. I believe we have the Congress's Manish Tiwari on the phone line with us. Mr. Tiwari, how do you react to news coming in that the Delhi University Vice Chancellor has resigned?
Well, first of all, I do not know as to whether there's any confirmation with regard to the fact that Dr. Dinesh Singh has indeed resigned. But if that is the case, it is most unfortunate, because without going into the merits of the 3-year course, or 4-year course, as I personally tend to lean towards a 3-year course, I think the manner in which the NDA government has handled this entire issue is extremely abominable and abhorrent, for the lack of a better word. You know, they have completely trampled upon the autonomy of an educational institution, and if indeed the report is correct that it has led to the resignation of the Vice Chancellor of the Delhi University, it only goes to show as to the very scant respect which the BJP government or the NDA government has for institutions, and especially academic institutions. And if this is going to be a precursor about their behavior towards institutions, then God help this country. And you know, the good days that they're talking about, well, the people will then discern whether these are the good days that they had voted them in for.
All right, you are questioning where is the Achhe Din, but let me just point out that the HRD Minister Smriti Irani reiterated her stand, saying that she is not going to interfere or intervene in this matter. Why then are you saying that the NDA government forced the Vice Chancellor to resign?
Well, for the simple reason that I don't think that you require any rocket science to figure out that the government has been shooting off the shoulder of the UGC. You know, anyone with even a little bit of common sense, you know, can put 2 and 2 together. And in fact, what is even more germane is the fact that when the lives of so many students, the careers of so many students are at stake, you know, parents have come from all across the country. You know, they do not know as to whether their wards are going to be admitted into a 3-year course or a 4-year course. What is going to happen to those people who were enrolled in the 4-year course last year? You know, aren't these issues which should require a government intervention? In fact, the hands-off attitude, you know, is only reflective of escapism, you know, rather than taking responsibility for their actions.
All right, Manish Tiwari, appreciate your sharing your point of view here on CNN IBN. Congress spokesperson saying his personal point of view is that the 3-year course should be the one that should be resumed, but yet he's hitting out at the NDA government. He's saying the NDA government's hands-off policy hasn't worked and it's actually firing from the shoulder of the UGC. Meenakshi Upreti, CNN IBN correspondent, is the one who got us that big breaking news this hour that the Delhi University Vice Chancellor has resigned. She's at the campus and she's telling us about the celebrations that have already started. Meenakshi, much of the anger seems to be directed at one man, the Vice Chancellor, who's now resigned.
Absolutely, Ananya. You know, if you look at the scene which is going on here right now, celebrations have broken up. Almost spontaneous celebrations started the moment they heard the news that the VC has resigned. So a lot of anger amongst these people obviously is directed at the VC. But you know what? During all this, we need to spare a thought at students. Students like this girl I have with her right now, who has come to Delhi University to take admission. She has come all the way from West Bengal. You know, the VC has resigned. Celebrations are going on. But students like you, they don't know what's happening.
We don't know that when the admissions will begin. Like, we have come here from a long way and we don't know anything about the tickets. We had come here for the first cutoff, but still admissions are being delayed, and sir is saying it will be delayed by a week, and a week is much more time. But does it matter to you all if the VC resigns or moves the VC? Because, you know, you are suffering at the end of the day. You don't know what happens to your admissions. We don't know anything and we are waiting here, and we don't care that what is going on with the VC or all. We only want to take admission and like be settled.
But absolutely. I also have Sanjay Bohildar, is a member of the Academic Council of Delhi University and of DUTA. Sir, tell me one thing. We just heard the students. I know there are celebrations, but what about students like her? Students who don't know, you know, what is going to happen to them?
Yes. The delay would stop now and at the earliest possible time without creating chaos. Okay. The admission process should start so that the uncertainty should end. Okay. It's a great occasion for the Delhi University. We hope with the end of this Vice Chancellor, a whole the situation of academic decision making being vitiated by fear and intimidation should end.
But tell me one thing, you all wanted the 4-year course to go. End of the day, you're all teachers. Why celebrate when the VC has resigned?
One second. The reason as to why the 4-year came is that even without applying its mind, the Academic Council was forced by the Vice Chancellor, who uses all powers in his hands to terrorize each individual professor, each individual teacher. That's why all decision making had got vitiated. It was not FYP alone. We had also demanded resignation of this Vice Chancellor. Okay, that I think, you know, the autonomy of the university, academic freedom in the university were all under attack by this Vice Chancellor, leading to a complete institutional collapse.
So why do you think the Vice Chancellor has to resign? Because we know that professors who were pro-FYUP had gone to the Supreme Court.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I do believe we have the Congress's Salman Khurshid on the phone line to us. Mr. Khurshid, how do you react to news that the Delhi University Vice Chancellor has now resigned?
Well, these kind of events linked with the university can hardly gladden anyone's heart. I think it's an unfortunate, evolving situation where a lot of people have very strong feelings, but these are feelings that are translating themselves into political action. It should have really been something that the university community should have sat amongst itself and decided what is best for them. I think the very idea of a university is under tremendous threat in the manner in which things are panning out. I feel very sad. I'm an alumnus of this university, and I feel sad for it. I just hope that they find a way out of this, which is to the best satisfaction of everyone, instead of scoring points against each other.
We just spoke to one of your party colleagues, Manish Tiwari, who said that the NDA government seems to be firing from the UGC's shoulders. Would you agree with that?
Well, you know, Manish is much closer to the university than I have been. I mean, he's a younger generation and he's worked closely as a student leader, so he would know the pulse a lot better. But I think that what I'm saying, in fact, is another dimension of what Manish has said. I'm saying that the very idea of university. What is a university? I think the very idea of a university seems to be under threat. Sadly so. Now, how much responsibility you'll apportion to different people is a matter that will, for which we have enough time to discuss these things. But frankly, as I said, the very idea of a university is under threat.
Mr. Khurshid, I don't know if you're looking at some of these pictures coming from Delhi University, celebrations across the campus after news came in that the Vice-Chancellor has resigned. It seems that much of the anger is directed against one man, the Vice-Chancellor who's now resigned, because most of those students that we've been speaking to say that it seemed he was the one taking the calls and was not listening to anyone else.
Well, I mean, somebody takes the blame and somebody gets credit. The most obvious face when this happens is the university head, the Vice-Chancellor. And that's something that we have in history seen over and over again. But I don't think that the narrative of this confrontation should be heard from one side alone. I think there are different points of view, each point of view held with tremendous intensity and tremendous conviction. And I think it would be unfair for us on the outside to sit in judgment upon who was right, who was wrong. I can only say that the disquiet is unfortunate. The manner in which the university has been made a battleground of confrontation of different ideas is sad, unfortunate. I just hope that things return to normal as quickly as possible, and everybody pitches in to make things normal. I mean, there are issues of students who enrolled last year in the 4-year course. What happens to them? There are issues about students who are waiting to get in this year. What happens to them? There are people who are speaking about autonomy. What happens to them? There are young students who are worried that 4-year course imposes a higher cost on them and takes away one critical year of theirs. What happens to them? I think there's so many different views. Somebody must sit down and bring sanity so that people can talk to each other.
Mr. Khurshid, may I ask you what your personal view is, whether it should be a 3-year or a 4-year undergraduate course? Because it's under your government that the 4-year course was introduced when Kapil Sibal was the HRD minister.
See, let us not get into personal views. Decisions that were taken by our government were decisions that were taken for which we have collective responsibility. Okay, now, a decision taken, if somebody wants to review that decision or to modify that decision and somebody else is in a position to do so, you really have to ask them. I don't have personally strong views because I have not actually looked into the merits of the 3-year or 4-year course. But I think I have strong views about universities being able to decide this on their own. I don't think that uniformity across the land is necessarily a good thing. Universities must have autonomy, must have freedom. There is a Supreme Court judgment of 11 judges which says that universities must not be dictated to. Now, where is the line that you draw between what the national policy of the day is and what the universities can do? These are things which should be debated in an atmosphere which is conducive to debate rather than push everything towards the confrontation.
All right, Salman Khurshid, thanks very much for speaking to CNN IBN. His point of view is that the university's autonomy must be maintained, and in this case, perhaps it wasn't. Let's just take you through that big news this hour. This is the Delhi University Vice-Chancellor who's now put in his resignation after resisting the UGC's command for the last few days that the university revert to the 3-year undergraduate course. The 4-year course, the FYUP as it's known popularly, was introduced only last year, and it was championed by this man, the Vice-Chancellor. Meenakshi Upreti is back with us from the Delhi University campus. Meenakshi, you were taking us through the celebrations and the different voices that are coming in now about how confident people are that the system will go back to the 3-year format once again.
Well, yes, Ananya, if you talk of the mood here, it's a very celebratory list. Look at the celebrations going on right now. All the groups that we speak of, be it the BJP students wing, the Congresses or the left, they've all come together. But, you know, most of this anger is towards the Vice-Chancellor of the Delhi University, Mr. Dinesh Singh. End of the day, he was the one who pioneered, engineered this very coarse. If we look at arts faculty, some of them have actually scaled the walls of arts faculty, even unfurling the flags of their particular parties. But you know, we were talking to professors, and let me get you a DUTA executive here with me, Dr. Vivek. Dr. Vivek Mohan, just tell me one thing. End of the day, I was asking Dr. Sanjay also, you professors, is it becoming okay to celebrate if the Vice Chancellor resigns? And why all this anger directed only at one man?
Actually, we are celebrating it because he has converted the entire atmosphere into the terror. Okay, he has misused the OBC fund. He has also done very bad things about the roster of the Delhi University. Okay, he has completely violated the Government of India rules. So we are celebrating it.
Okay, you have a lot of issues with him, probably. But as far as the 4-year course is concerned, do you think the 4-year course is on its way out, sir?
I'm confident it's on the way out. It is and it should be.
Right. You think the 4-year course should be on its way out? I also have another professor, Mr. Dev Kumar. He's also a DUTA executive. Let's just talk to him as well. Sir, just tell me one thing. You know, the Vice Chancellor is gone. But what happens to the students who are planning to take admission this year? Admission process end of the day is deferred.
No. UGC has already constituted the standing committee who is looking all these matter, and very soon, within 3 or 4 days, I think that all the matter would be resolved.
So what do you think is the way forward now? Because, you know, we don't have a VC anymore. Can the admission process just continue now, and will the UGC, should they directly talk to the principal?
No. Now there would be somebody officiating the VC. And I hope, though the person may belong to VC's team, though the entire team is tainted, I hope he does not create the same kind of problems VC has created and leading to uncertainty for the current students who are seeking admissions. Okay, we seek his cooperation.
Okay, also one more thing, sir. Your colleague here is very confident. Are you also showing equal confidence that the 4-year course is on its way out?
It has gone. It is completely gone, and it will be replaced by 3-year course. And I'm hoping that it will be replaced by 3-year annual course. Okay, which was earlier prior to 2011.
Right. And I know you can see the type of confidence here. You talk to the professors, students. Here, clearly, you know, here people are celebrating. These are most of the people who were against the 4-year course right from the beginning. And with the Vice Chancellor, who was the engineer of the course, gone, these people are exuding confidence that the 4-year course will also go with the Vice Chancellor.